Chicken here, bring you another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we're going to be discussing the current metagame, and what I mean by that is the current like different ways you can play Boom Beach, where it's at with the community, and kind of where it's going in the future, guys, based on some stuff we've seen, like with all the new event updates and everything like that. So the current meta, it's I've seen a lot of people talking about recently that this is kind of it's like the game's almost catered towards all offense statue lineups and players in general, which I can kind of understand and agree to some extent with what they're saying there, because when you're all offense, and what I mean by all offense obviously is having 10 offensive statues. That's what I'm talking about. It's gonna make the events easier. It's gonna make clearing your map easier. It's gonna make operations easier. It's going to make playing the game easier and more fun, for the most part. Aside from defense, the Harriman event and things like that, of course. But yeah, so that's the first one I'm going to discuss, is going all offense, and benefits and the cons of kind of doing that. And it's basically exactly what I just said, guys. Like, it's going to make operations easier, it's going to make player bases easier, it's going to make the game more fun in general from an attacking perspective, which is like literally how you play the game, right? Like you don't do anything when you're sitting on defense or when you're gaining resources. But yeah, so I guess that's kind of the dominant meta, and that's what most people are kind of like aiming towards, depending on whether they have some sort of leaderboard goals or things like that. But yeah, so you can also go all offense with some resource reward statues or some power stone chants, things like that, if you aren't maxed yet. The problem is when you take this is a popular route to go, but when you take this route, there's also a lot of sorry, once you become a max player, then it's like, well, like, now what am I gonna do, right? Like, I don't need these rewards anymore. So at that point, then you usually go from all offense plus rewards to just ending up all offense anyways. This is actually a pretty tricky base here, sorry, but yeah, so all offense plus like a resource reward plus a Power Stone chance, things like that. It kind of leads to the same direction, to the same end game, more or less. Now, if you go with ice statues, then it's like, this is also another way to go, right? So if you're gonna put some ice down, then basically what happens is okay, we gotta step back here a bit. So it's gonna force you to be more skillful offensively. Like, we've seen the Ryan guy that I've mentioned before. If you've checked out his channel, which I highly recommend you do if you're interested in just like high level attacks, stuff like that. He's only got the 3 offense statues, so from what I've seen with being in his task force and stuff, it forces you to be more skillful in your attacks because you have less room for error, and it just forces you to take a different perspective on attacking and stuff. And at the same time, you're gonna get a lot more victory points because you're able to actually defend every once in a while. Depending on how much ice you put out, whether you boost it or not, and everything like that. And yeah, so that's kind of the difference with like all offense plus rewards, and like a mix of defense. Like, if you go defense rewards offense, you're kind of getting like you're doing too much. You're too spread out. You're not going to get the best of everything. We actually failed this operation here, guys, so I'm just going to try to shift something here while I talk. We'll find a better one than that. And then, of course, there's green statues. And I think we all know how green statues go, guys. Like, they do have a purpose, which I'll say. Like, basically the only reason you would use green statues is if, A, you're just starting the game and you actually, like, you don't have any other statues to put out. And it's actually going to help you a little bit, like, having some greens. It's better than nothing, right? Like, when you're like, I'm talking like beginner, like Blumpkin, like level 25 and under kind of stuff. And it also works for turtling, and what I mean by that is not crazy turtle, but if you don't have a lot of time to put into the game, and you just want to put out greens and blues, like say you attack like maybe once or twice every 2 days, like something like that. Like obviously that's not a lot of people, especially people that don't watch YouTube, but I mean there are like casual players like that out there. So it would make sense for someone like that to have greens and blues, because then they can just kind of do like a couple attacks here and there and just like slowly gather resources. But yeah, with the new event coming out in Imitation Game, I think it's going to, there's been some backlash with people saying that it's like oh, like another thing catered towards all offense people, which I understand, but at the same time we don't know what it is yet. We don't know if it's going to be like a 10 ice boost, player bases and things like that. So there's still a lot that remains to be seen there, guys. What do we got here? I got a Zuka attack from last night that I think was pretty entertaining. This was fully boosted here, keep in mind. Excuse me. But yeah, so basically like, in my opinion, there is no meta. Like, the player, that's what's so cool about Boom Beach, right? Is you pick how you play. So you can say that it's catered towards all offense, but you're still able to pick your own route. Like, you can still like say, okay, I'm gonna be able to get everything that the all offense guy gets, but I'm gonna have 3 blue statues, or I'm gonna have 3 reward statues, or I'm gonna have 15 Power Stone chance statues. Ahem, Ryan. But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of my thoughts on it. That's what I really like about Boom Beach, is a lot of it is left up to the player, and like, people can say that you're forced to play a certain way versus another, but there's always a way around it, guys, and that's what it comes down to, is just being creative. And I want to keep these videos a little shorter, so I'm gonna wrap it up right there for today, guys. Let me know what you think about the current metagame in Boom Beach, how it's played, how you feel about it, where you think it's going. Personally, I'm sticking with all offense for now. Like, I don't see any reason to change. It's just how I like to play the game, and there's nothing more fun than boosting up 10 statues and then just walking on all the mines on an operation base, as you've seen the chicken do many times, guys. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that. If you leave your comments below, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. Chicken out.